Hi everybody, our venture awaits here. Well, we are finishing up our second year as full-timers.
Yay, we did it.
And we kind of wanted to do a recap on everything that we went through over the past year and everything that we've done. Saw some great places. I think my favorite place was Arches National Park in Moab. Absolutely loved it. 104 degrees
on July 4th.
On July 4th while
we were there.
But it truly is a dry heat, and it made a big difference and when you didn't have to fight with that humidity.
Yeah, and I think one of the places I liked the best was Iowa. And I know people are like, Iowa, what's wrong with you? I'm like, well, it was just a pretty little town we found there, and we really liked the area there that we were in.
Winterset, Iowa.
Yeah, Winterset, Iowa, very pretty, quaint little town. It just seems like a nice place to be and live and everything. Not that we're going to live there, but just that I really like that area. We saw so many beautiful things out there. We just loved all the sights that we saw. And one of the other places I liked was Devil's Tower. And of course we were there during, that's in South Dakota, and that was during Sturgis week. So that was quite a surprise. We had heard that they were going to be there that week we were there, and we weren't going to cancel. It was just too much to cancel. So we stuck it out. And I have to say, they are all very nice. We did not have any issues, and they were very kind people. And it was crazy crowded at different places, but didn't stop us from going out and seeing the sights, and just had a really nice time.
Yeah, Devil's Tower is a lot of fun. We stayed at the Devil's Tower KOA, so you can watch the movie there if you want. There's a big TV that they have. You can sit outside and the tower's in the background. But it was neat to walk out.
What's the movie?
Oh, right. Good catch.
Can't tell what the movie is.
The Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It was actually filmed on location there and at the campground. The people that own the property there allowed them to do all the filming there and everything for that movie. So that's pretty cool to be there. And you can take a ride around the ranch on a hay ride around the ranch. Make sure you watch the weather. We talked to somebody recently that had done that hay ride, and they got soaked because of a bad storm that came through.
It can come up on you really quick. But it actually was a little cool the day we did it, and I think it was that in August we were there?
That was August.
August.
Yeah.
It was a little cool in the evening, but we had a good time. So take the hay ride if you go out there, if you stay at the KOA campground, and it's a nice campground, and you can ask for a view of the tower, and they can try to get you that side if you want the view of the tower, which is kind of fun. Ours was actually around the corner, so we were looking, if you came around our camper, you could see the view, but still, our evening walks, we saw the view every night. I mean, you're right there by the entrance to the park. So be sure to check it out. It is a couple hours off the main highway, off the interstate, but it is so worth it. And
it's worth it to at least go for a day or two so you can explore the tower, take the hikes up there and everything. And we did do a review on Devil's Tower and the KOA there as well.
So check that out.
One of our YouTubes.
Check that out if you have plans to go there.
Make sure you check that out.
So what else did you like about the trip last year?
Oh, I liked it when things weren't broken.
We did have a few cases of things breaking down.
Yeah.
It was a tough year, I have to admit, for us with different things that happened on the RV. So I'll let him tell you what was happening there.
Well, the first problem we ran into was, before we had any problems, we did an upgrade. We went to more ride. We had independent suspension, and then we had.
And they are super nice there.
It was great. And we did a video on that too, independent suspension and disc brakes. And then shortly after that, we had a problem with the dining room slide right behind us here.
Well, we'd gone to a harvest host, and we parked out in the grass. And we would go on our slide
and we
out.
leveled it.
We leveled it like we were supposed to.
Yeah, and we went to put this slide out, and it went pop, and the slide started coming out sideways. And so we ended up going for a couple of months without.
I think 2 months with our slide in.
2 months with a slide in, and ended up having it at a dealership. The dealership worked on it for a long time, an entire day, and
they actually did not do a very good job. We're not going to say who the dealership was, but
they did additional damage to the rig.
Yes, they did.
In their efforts to fix it. So
Not just on the outside, but on the inside, they broke the ceiling fan.
yeah, but they did repair.
They did repair the ceiling fan, so we have to tell them that was nice of them to do that.
They put a rip in the top of the slide roof in their efforts to, they weren't following Lippert's procedures. They were trying to do it on their own. They weren't following Lippert's procedures, and because they weren't, they didn't get things aligned like they were supposed to, and it caused a lot of problems. But what happened initially was that for some reason or other, the slide stuck, and when it stuck, it broke one of the teeth on a gear pack. But we've since had that. The dealership did replace that gear pack. That second gear pack ended up going bad. The little brass sleeve in there that acts as a bushing or as a bearing ended up coming out.
Yeah.
So we've since replaced that gear pack as well, and the slide's been working fine.
Well, and thanks to Tom, we got to a park in Colorado, and he worked on it there.
And I did the adjustments according with the Lippert instructions.
And then we went on to Grand Junction, Colorado, to see some friends of ours at the KOA there, and Scott, our good friend Scott Nelson, came over and helped Tom work on it some more, and it's been doing okay. We seem to be doing okay, and we really appreciate Scott helping Tom, because he needed that extra hand, and I can help sometimes, but not always the best.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice having that extra person that's technically minded
what are you trying to say?
To help talk through things. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm saying it's nice to have somebody that's technically minded there.
I'm glad he was there too. Thank goodness.
So that was the first of the issues that we had. Then we had while we were at Moorride, we also had new tires put on the rig as well. And then we were looking at, I don't remember what I was in or why I guess I was underneath looking to see how looking at tire wear and that sort of stuff, just checking, and noticed that we had cracks in the outriggers, and that the outriggers are
why not?
had some cracks at the outriggers, and the outriggers have for those that don't know what an outrigger is, think of a shelf support. This is a piece of metal, triangular shaped piece of metal, that supports the outer edges of the walls and floor, and then that couple of those had cracks where they in them, and the welds were cracking where it vertically went along the frame. So we now had to put that on our list of things to have fixed as well. And at the same time, we had noticed that we seemed to have additional flex in the frame up front by the bedroom slide, and there was a little bit of a bulge there by the bedroom slide. So we stopped by Affinity RV Repair on our way back to Maryland in September, and set up an appointment for them to do that work.
And they too we're very grateful for them. We got to stay there overnight. At their they have a couple spots there if you're having work done that you can stay overnight, and we did that, and that was we're grateful for that.
And we did a video on that for when we picked the rig up in September, because we ended up making an appointment to take it back in November. This was in September. We made an appointment in November to take
they're very busy.
The rig up because they are busy. And so if you can do that, that's the way to do it, is to make the appointment. And their idea is, when you make the appointment, they make an appointment so that they can work on your rig within a couple of days. It's not one of these things where they're going to it's going to sit there until such time as the 18 rigs in front of you get out of the way type thing.
Well,
so they schedule what they're doing, and
it actually worked out good, because we were able to drop it off and then fly to our sons in Texas, and that worked out really well for us and everything. But they did have a little bit longer, because there were they were trying to get the parts for it or whatever. And,
we ended up having the heat pump / air conditioner, the main one. It's Zone 1, which is the one in the back over top of the living room.
That had gone out.
That one had gone out, and they had a hard time. They were trying to order it through their normal supply chains, and due to the supply chain issues, they weren't able to find one. I found one online and gave them that information, and they ordered it that way. So that worked out fine.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to, I guess, help them a little bit. I mean,
well, not just them, but
yeah,
any
anybody.
dealerships. I've heard of this happening
yeah.
at various different things. You know, they've got normal supply channels that they use,
Right.
and sometimes you just need to give them a
little help,
a couple ideas,
Yeah.
you know, and so it worked out okay.
and they were grateful for that. So, but I think if you're anywhere and you need some work done, maybe check other things that you can order to the service place, and if you can get it online, and if they can't but you can, then go for it, because that really helped us, because we had to get our rig back. We had to get it back to head out again. So we're very grateful they were able to do that.
So if you're wondering how many miles we ended up traveling all together, the truck ended up getting 32,000 miles on it last year.
A long ways.
The RV itself, the main trip we took was about 8,000 miles. We went as far west as Idaho, and as far, and then we were in, as we'd said earlier, we were in Moab, so Idaho, Utah, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan.
Coming through Michigan, if you can ever get up there to that area, just all over Michigan, it's just beautiful. At least it's the side that we were on. Manistee Campground.
Manistee Lakeshore Campground.
That is a beautiful campground. Check it out. It's a small campground, but very nice. You're on the water.
Up in the Upper Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula, and also, we went out to Mackinac Island, which was beautiful. If you get to that area, make sure you take the ferry and go across. The second time we went out there, we took our bikes and had a great time. Part of the road was closed on Mackinac Island, and you'll see that in our video that we did of that.
So check that video out.
Check that video out. Beautiful, just beautiful place. We really had a really good time in Michigan, and that's one place that we hope to head back to again soon.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's probably after, I would say after the...
Moab?
After Moab. Thanks. After Moab, my second most favorite place of the year was probably Michigan, and the as you wouldn't know it by my short video climbing the dunes there at Sleeping Bear Dunes, but it was a lot of fun. I actually did enjoy it, and I'm talking about
doing it again
someday.
And I'm still not going to do it.
We'll see how healthy I am at the time that we end up being able to get back there, because we don't know when we're going back.
Yeah, I'm not going to go back up there. And and the thing of it is we got to see so much beautiful scenery of the country. There's so much to see out there, and we have so many more things on our bucket list to go back to, even in those states we went through. And things are going to happen. Things are going to break. And I have to tell you though, it did get to me a little bit, because things kept happening one after another. And sometimes you question, am I doing the right thing? Are we supposed to be out here? But then we look back on all the things that we've done and seen, and it's like we just have more we want to do and more we want to see, and we're just going to have to roll with the punches. And when things go wrong, you just pick yourself up and keep going. And I'm sure those of you that are full-time or even just out there camping, you've had issues where you've had to fix things and work on things, and it's just part of the RV life. It's just, if you have a house, you have to fix those things. But
difference is your house doesn't roll down the highway at 63 miles an hour, so it's basically a rolling hurricane.
But you have to learn just to kind of roll the punches, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to remember, just it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right. You're going to get to where you have to go. It may not always be at the time you want, but it all works out. And we were able to, even though I didn't have our rig for a month when it was at Affinity because of things that had happened to it. And then the 2 weeks we were in Texas, like I said, but then the other time we were able to stay with some good friends, and we really appreciate those friends of ours to stay with them. That was really helpful for us, because our kids were moving out of the state of Maryland.
Yep.
And so we were able to stay with them, and that was very, very nice to do, be with them. So we appreciate their kindness. And we've met so many nice people out on the road, and if you ever see us anywhere, stop in and say hi. We love to talk, as you can tell, but we like to visit with you, and just you're in the same area as we are. We'd love to see you, and we'd like to visit with those of you that are camping, and talk and see how your life is going, how things are going for you.
So how many states did we visit?
Let's see, I wrote it down. Oh, maybe I didn't transfer it. Where is it? Oh, 19 states. Oh, 19? Yes, 19 states. I have to write that down because I was going to forget.
So 19 states we were in all together. And what was your second favorite place?
I think Michigan, up there at the island, Mackinac Island, because that's where I love the movie Somewhere in Time with Jane Seymour and who was the co-star?
Christopher Reeve.
Oh, Christopher Reeve. I don't know why I forgot that name. But they have all the different movie things up there that you can see, and I think that was just a lot of fun. And to ride around the island because there's no electric. You're not allowed to even have electric bikes on that island.
Yeah, if you take your electric bike, you got to take the batteries out of them.
So
at least that's the current rules.
Yeah, and I think I think that would be my second favorite because it's just so pretty, and just really like the area there with just seeing all the different scenery. And Mackinac Island, we ate fudge and fudge and fudge.
Yeah, a lot of fudge. So not a good place to go if you're dieting.
Even though we tried each day, I think we bought a new thing of fudge to try. So.
Yeah. So.
But it was fun. We had a really good time. Mm-hmm.
Mackinac Island is known for its fudge.
Yeah. So what about you? What about your second one?
That was Michigan.
Michigan.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's, like I said, there's just so much to see out there, and it's so pretty. And if you get the chance to head west, there's just lots to see. And so that leads us into what we're doing this year. Right now we're in Florida. We've been enjoying Florida for 2 months, and we've had a really good time. The weather's been wonderful. It hasn't been freezing cold. It has had some cold days, but when we left Maryland to come down here, we had just had 8 inches of snow. So we were ready to head out and get down here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've had a few cold days, and if you were to look at my water hookup here, you'll see my water hookup has heat tape. I put a heat tape on it, and it's wrapped because we had a couple of days that we had some below. We had hard freezes.
Yeah, and that doesn't usually happen down here. But the campground actually put the word out, but please, turn the water off or have a heated hose because it was going to get below freezing. So
but it ended up working out well, so we didn't
fine.
do it. So
yeah,
that's
we
just
did fine.
one more thing to do when I break camp here. So is to undo all of that as well. So
and we're getting ready to head out again next week, and to be able to go back. We did the top western states. I guess I want to say, is that top western states or top?
Well, we did most of the north. The northern states in the west, with the exception of North Dakota. We still got to go back
on
to
our
North
map,
Dakota.
we have this little blank spot with North
that
Dakota.
square there, rectangle there.
So we have
to go back to North Dakota sometime.
Yeah.
And then we have to get we didn't get Oregon or Washington State last year.
Just couldn't fit it in this year. So,
but this coming year, we're headed out towards California. We're going to hit the southern end of California, and then Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico.
I'm excited about the Grand Canyon. We're actually staying at a campground at the Grand Canyon in April, and it's not in the Grand Canyon, it's outside of it, in Williams, Arizona. In Williams, Arizona, and they actually have the campground there will take you over to the train station, which is there, and we're taking the train into the Grand Canyon. So we'll do a video on that and show you how that works. And I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to that part of the trip. Looking forward to seeing some friends and family on the road again. And that's what's been nice about this. We've caught up with friends we haven't seen in years, and it's nice to see family. And we're going to see family again this year as we head out towards Arizona and places like that. And Utah, we're seeing the southern part of Utah, which I guess is that.
Yeah, we're going to be.
Mountain,
we were in southwest Utah.
Yes.
Southeast Utah this year.
This past year.
This year we're going to do southwest Utah as well, the St. George area. We were in Moab area last year. This year we're going to do the St. George area and see Bryce and a couple other.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
National parks out there.
And then we're actually coming back to the East Coast again because we have some doctor's appointments and stuff. But then we're heading back out again after we have a week with our grandchildren, which we're excited about. We're having our little cousin camp with our grandkids for a week, and after that we're heading back out towards Illinois and are we going to Illinois? Yeah, we're going to Illinois, right? No. Illinois. Yeah. And we're going to Missouri and Kansas. Yeah. So we're trying to just fill in those other little spots that we can't get the first half of the year. So we're going to try to go back out to do that. And
since we have the cousin camp, and then we'll end up going back to Maryland for doctors.
Yeah, we have to go back there for that and everything. But other than that, we just keep on traveling and have a good time and enjoying ourselves. And
that's right. And we hope we see you on the road someday.
Yeah,
and
we do.
As Beth said, make sure you, if you do see us, to reach out to us and contact us. We have stickers. We'd love to exchange a sticker with you if we see you. So, and we've had a great time. We had a meetup just recently,
That was a lot of fun. A lot of
and
fun.
posted on Facebook about that meetup, and did enjoy that. Hopefully the wind noise is not too bad. We're using our microphone with a windsock on it, so, and the wind has just picked up
again.
a little bit. So
You can tell by my hair.
Tell by our hair. So,
But we hope you are well. We hope you are having a great 2022 already, and we hope that whatever you have planned this year will go well for you. And we're thankful to all of you who follow us. We appreciate that. And like we said, if you see you on the road, then please come chat to us, and just hit like and subscribe so that you can find out where we are and what we're doing, because we've got a lot of fun things planned this year. So
that's right. So,
and we'll see you around the campfire. Bye.